Hello everyone. So today I wanted to find out a little bit more about the first VE Day, which, as you remember, was 75 years ago. So I thought it would be a good idea if I FaceTimed my mummy, because my mummy was very, very little by VE Day. So she might remember a few things. So I'm going to find out. So, hi Mum.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. Right. So Mum, at school, well, in our home learning, excuse me, we're learning all about VE Day, but so that we can have a virtual VE Day celebration on Friday. Excuse me. So I just wondered whether there was anything that you could tell us about VE Day, because I know that you were very tiny, weren't you?
I was about 2.5 at the time, so not actually on VE Day. I was about 2.5, so I don't remember an awful lot of that time.
Right. Is there anything about maybe that my grandma told you about it, or anything that you remember about life at the time around about VE Day?
Well, I know that it was very an amazing time because everybody had been so worried about the previous years. And so it was Victory in Europe, which is what VE Day stands for.
Yes, yeah. And so how did everybody celebrate that?
Well, I don't remember how other people did, but we had a rocking horse, which we had in the garden of my grandma's house, and we've got a photograph of my sister and myself sitting on that, waving our flags, our Union flags.
Ah, okay. To celebrate, because we've been learning that the Union flag is the flag of our country.
That's right.
So you had lots of those flags around at the time?
Yes, and everybody was very happy because it was all over and everything, we could look forward to better times.
Okay. And so did you, do you know if you had a celebration? Did you have a party?
Well, I think we had it with my grandparents.
Right.
And I think we gathered together, several of us from the family.
Yeah.
Apart from my daddy, who was still not home from India.
Yes. So I've got a picture of him here. I'm just going to turn it round, turn the camera screen round so that you can see. So I've got a picture of your father.
That's right.
Just there. So this was my grandpa.
That's right.
Because he was, as you say, he was out in India, wasn't he?
Well, he started off in Africa and then he went to India. And these were probably taken in India, I think.
Okay. And what did he do in the war?
He was a doctor, and so he was looking after the troops, the soldiers.
Mhm. But he was still out there during VE Day.
He was. He didn't come home until about December, I think, 1945. So that was several months after VE Day.
Yeah. So he would have missed out on your celebrations, but probably had his own celebrations where he was.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah. And over here, I've got a picture. I think that's of you.
I'm the little one.
Yes.
Yeah, and the other one is my sister.
Yeah, and that was when it was during the war, wasn't it? So.
Yes, on the Isle of Arran in Scotland.
Yeah, where you've got.
Sorry, it looks as if it's on an overlooking the sea, I think.
Yeah, so you'd gone up there to be safe.
Well, I was born up there.
Oh, that's true. You were, yes, yeah.
My mummy and my sister.
I've got a picture of your mummy here.
That's my mummy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's my grandma.
That's right.
Yeah. And you stayed up in Scotland until the end of the war.
That's right.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, lovely. So when it came to actually having the celebrations, I'm just going to turn you around again. There we go. Having the celebrations, the actual party celebrations, it was a little bit tricky, wasn't it, for them to find the food that they needed at the time?
It was because food was rationed at that time, which meant that you could only have a certain amount. There were amounts laid down by the government, and there wasn't a lot of food in the shops, and you had to have ration books, which meant that you had a piece cut out of the ration book which you had to hand to the person in the shop, because we didn't have supermarkets then.
Yes.
We just grocery shops, and once you'd used that token, that was it. You couldn't get any more that week.
So yeah, so I've got Grandpa's ration book here. If I turn it around again, you can see.
That's right.
So that's Grandpa's ration book. And the tokens that you're talking about were all inside.
That's right. And the grocer cut out the amount that was equivalent to the food that you'd all buy.
Yeah. And I think, they stamped it as well? Because I think I found on here, yes, they've stamped it and they've crossed through it as well.
Well,
So,
mainly, as I remember, they actually cut it out.
okay.
But maybe sometimes they didn't.
Yes. I think that's because I've also got clothing coupons here.
Yes, clothes were on ration as well.
Yeah, so they would have been cut out too.
Yes.
So that was my grandpa's one. And I've also found a national registration identity card. I just show the children.
Yeah.
And I can open it up inside. And this was my grandma. So my mummy's mummy. And this was, I'll show you as well. It was a bit like a passport, wasn't it?
Yes, I think you had to take it with you wherever you go. If you went out shopping, went anywhere, I think you had to take your identity card with you.
Yeah. Okay, that's great, thank you. So we're going to have a party. We're going to have our virtual party.
Lovely.
All the children hopefully are going to be able to have parties like we're doing now, by talking to their families and friends through FaceTime or whatever. And I've written an invitation. We worked on it this morning. I worked with the children on this. So I'm just going to send you my invitation. There we go. If I put it, actually, I'll just put it behind here. And then you'll be able to see an invitation to our virtual party that we're going to have. There we go. So can we read it, everybody? It says, please come to my virtual VE Day party on Friday, 8th of May at 3 o'clock.
Oh, fantastic. Lovely invitation.
And what we're going to do is, using all the things that we have been learning about VE Day, the first VE Day, we're going to make some party food and using hopefully some recipes from the time, so that we can then set it all up for our party that we can then have online and as a virtual party with you. And hopefully everybody will be able to have a virtual party with their family and friends as well. Turn you around.
That would be lovely.
Great, brilliant. Well, we'll look forward to it.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Mum. That was really, really helpful, really interesting to find out. And that's helped us to learn a little bit more about what it was like at the time.
Indeed.
Yeah, so thank you very much.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.